also want to acknowledge that leadership can really be a double edged sword in many ways. Leadership can be incredibly fulfilling and meaningful when we're in positions of leadership and we're experiencing success and receiving gratitude and making a meaningful impact. But being a leader also comes with really grave responsibility and great stress. Many shy away from the responsibilities of leadership because it can be incredibly isolating, very stressful, can bring up a lot of fear for us. It can be painful to be a leader, and it's difficult. It's not easy to step into leadership roles. It puts us and all of our decisions and our past within the spotlight. We're likely to be critiqued or to be the target of negative projections from others, especially from those that have had adverse experiences in the past with other leaders in power. But being a leader can be tough. I found that it's especially difficult for individuals who work their way through a hierarchy within an organization and get promoted into leadership roles. In that, when we're a therapist, for example, in an organization, we develop really meaningful and important relationships with the other therapists, with our peers within that organization. And then all of a sudden, we're promoted into a supervisor or a director role within the same organization. And now all of a sudden, all of the professionals, the therapists who were our peers, are no longer our peers in the same way. And now they directly report to us, and we're responsible for evaluating them, for holding them accountable for aspects of their job. And it can be really isolating. It leads to a loss of important aspects of relationships. Sandy Bloom writes that leaders are subject to the constant attack and criticism of those who are led, while superhuman attributes are often unconsciously applied to the leader. Given all of our history, authority figures are understandably feared more than they are loved, needed more than they are appreciated or understood. The expectations put upon leaders are often quite unconscious and outside of the realm of negotiation or even conversation. Sandy goes on and also talks about how leaders are put in this impossible situation and have impossible expectations on them of translating between the real and the ideal, in that we have to take ideals, principles, values, philosophies, visions that are really idealistic, and we have to try to implement them in the real world where things are much more complicated, where there's real limitations in terms of funding, in terms of resources, in terms of staff, in terms of time, and real limitations put on us because of the systems that we're forced to work within. So I want to challenge you to reflect on, what are some of the difficulties that you experience as a leader? What are some of the benefits and positive aspects that you've experienced from stepping into leadership roles? And what might be some of the projections that you've put onto leaders in your own organization, your own community and society? Or if you are a leader, what might be some of the projections that have been put onto you that you've been holding for other people?